Hello, this is Muriel Kramer, the chair of the Hopkinton Select Board, reporting actions taken for Tuesday, our regular meeting, Tuesday, January 9th. We had an executive session to consider strategy with respect to negotiations with the fire union, to consider the purchase, lease, sale, or value of real estate in relation to properties in vicinity of the town hall and South Street, property comprising part of the Elmwood 3 subdivision development and parcels owned by Umina off Chestnut Street. We also considered strategy with respect to litigation with Armand E. Sabatoni, trustee of the New England Laborers Training Trust Fund et al. Versus the town of Hopkinton et al. And approved the executive session minutes from November 27th and December 19th. We then moved into public session and we opened with public forum. Town Clerk Connor Deegan brought forth a concern about the recommended article to town meeting to open up voting on local issues to to residents who are not United States citizens. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in the agenda. There were no participants for the select board budget listening session. And I just want to remind folks that that is on the agenda going forward. And if people have concerns, questions, or suggestions about the budget process, we would be open to hearing from that. We then moved to the consent agenda. We approved the minutes of December 14th and December 19th. We accepted a gift of $250 from Francis and Thomas Marquinot for the library. We approved the parade permit for the Hoyt Memorial Run and Walk scheduled for May 25th, 2024 at 10 a.m. And we postponed discussion on the parade permit application for the Boston Marathon because we did not have a complete set of responses from town departments in the marathon committee. So that will, of course, be on a future agenda. We considered an appointment, made an appointment to the Hopkinton Historic District Commission. Danielle Pepin of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Commonwealth will serve out the unexpired term until June 30th, 2025. We welcomed 2 new town employees, Samantha Polk as an administrative assistant in the finance department, and Theodore or Teddy Gutwell, a per diem dispatcher. We heard a report from the Sustainable Green Committee, and also supported by Julia Chun, the Sustainability, Economic Development, and Equity Project Manager. They had a very detailed presentation on Hopkinton's gas report and progress on our climate action plan, and gave us updates on what to expect for annual town meeting and beyond. We discussed midterm evaluations for the town manager, the fire chief, and the police chief. More to come on that at the January 30th meeting when we will discuss midterm evaluations. We discussed the 2024 annual town meeting. We are proposing to include on the town meeting articles an article to petition the general court to extend voting rights in local elections to lawful permanent residents who are not U.S. citizens. So we will be discussing that again on January 30th. The town manager report included an update on the Main Street Corridor project, the PFAS treatment project. There is an update that has happened since that. The filtration system has been installed. There is still more work to come for the building and the connections, and this PFAS treatment project is expected to come online in the spring 2024. We discussed the progress, which is coming along nicely with Southborough on the MWRA connection, and we expect to be discussing the intermunicipal agreement at a meeting either in the 30th of January or in February, pending successful finalization of negotiations with Southborough. We talked about the Lake Maspinock Dam. So to facilitate repairs of the dam, the select board voted to authorize the town manager on behalf of the board to execute construction access licenses with the town of Milford and with William and Catherine Sweeney to access certain parcels of land off Pine Island Road in the town of Milford to facilitate being able to get to the portions of the dam that need to be repaired. We had liaison reports and we had discussed future agenda items. Primarily, I think coming forward will be the discussions on each agenda about the transition plan for Mr. Khumalo as he transitions from his position here as town manager to his new job. So that will be on future agendas regularly so that the town can stay apprised of the progress we're making on the transition. And that takes us through the meeting.